This is shepherd, I shall not want him, make an eye like down in a green pasture. Him let I beside still water them. Him restaurant I soul. Him let I that a part of righteousness for him namesake. Yea! Though I RASTA go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. On the prepared a table before I, in the presence of our enemy, them who no anointed I head with no oil. The cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I Ivan. I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Ja! Kadama we groma bea tela e zigzag beer tanaista lina ba shante 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 shante. This is the Blakk Pod, aka QUAYSON, and this is why we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we only do that on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. This is the headquarters of the truth, and my name, Blakk RASTA. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a Blakk Pot, and each time this Blakk Pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes, aromas, and even flavors come together in this great Blakk Pot, are subjected to good amount of heatings, left, right, and center, and boom, very good food in all its sumptuousness and palatability produced, and to the glory of the family. Nutrition is at its highest level. This is what we do right here, bringing several ideas into being. We sieve out the best to use that in developing our people, our continent, our land. This is the headquarters of the truth. And I want to say thank you so much for joining us. Hit on the like button. Also hit on the share button so many more people can see this broadcast. Our numbers are also rolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. We love to do business with you in the interim. This is the Blakk Pot, aka QUAYSON, and here we speak truth to power. We have 3 stories we want to quickly look at, and we're going to limit it to about 30 minutes of broadcast. Share this broadcast, my brother, my sister. Story number 1. We shall fight Mahama over AngloGold. Former NPP NP. Who is fighting who? Why are they fighting who? Who is threatening to fight Mahama? Over what? This is the man. I know him. He's a former NPP NP. We all know. But what exactly is he talking about? Run the story, my old. Watch this. And this one is coming from Ghana, where he says, we will resist any attempt to stop operations of AngloGold Ashanti, former NPP NP. And his name is Collins Owusu Amankwa. Run it, my youth. And it's all the way from Manchester North. Now, the former member of parliament from Manchester North, Collins Owusu Amankwa, has cautioned against any attempts by the ruling NDC government to halt operations of AngloGold Ashanti Mining Company. Now, speaking on the developments surrounding the Obuasi killings on Peace FM's Kokroko on January 22, 2025, Owusu Amankwa warned that any attempt to stop the operations of AngloGold Ashanti will be fiercely resisted by the citizenry. Now, the blood that was spilled was that of humans, not animals. It is the blood of some NDC members that had been shed, and a big issue that must be addressed. Now, the mining operations in Obuasi dates back to 1897 until 2016, when AngloGold was shut down due to the bad governance of the NDC. Now, it took the intervention of the NPP government to restore the operations of the AngloGold Obuasi mine. Maybe people don't know, but the role AngloGold plays is pivotal. And so anybody that will make an attempt to stop operations of AngloGold will face the wrath of the citizenry, he said. Now, the new Patriotic Party member further blamed the clash and killings on specific statements made by the party's leadership, holding them accountable for the outcome of the events. Now, the besieging of the mining company's premises by the deceased individuals in an attempt to take over the gold was a result of the poor advice given to them by the party's leadership, he continued. Also, Amankwa also held the military responsible for their failure to manage the situation effectively, noting that their actions contributed to the escalation of the clash, resulting in the loss of lives and property. He contended specifically, noting that the special training provided to these military personnel in disarming armed individuals would have been effectively applied in this situation. Dash it away. Sebi. Our great Asante people have a saying. Yes, asem tuwa. Sebi. It's not my saying. When you are in trouble, even an idiot can give you advice. Right now, everybody is advising President Mahama. Same way when Atta Mills was in power, every idiot who did not even have common sense could come and advise. At the same time, when Nana Akufo-Addo came and became president, the same thing happened to him. There is a certain something about democracy that is interesting. Even those who don't have voices, all of a sudden develop voices, even if it doesn't make sense. But that is good for our democracy. It's better for people to speak without common sense than not to speak at all. My brother, now let us look at the history of AngloGold Ashanti. It used to be called AngloGold. Then there was also the Obuasi mines, or the Ashanti gold fields, located right there in Obuasi, the headquarters of gold in Ghana. So Obuasi gold fields and AngloGold, they merged in 2004 and became AngloGold Ashanti. AngloGold from the former one, and then Ashanti gold fields, they came together. At the time it was Ashanti gold fields, Ghana had a certain percentage that was admirable. Not the best, but admirable. At the time it was AngloGold, we had a certain impact as a people, and we had a voice. The moment it became AngloGold Ashanti, my brother, my sister, taken over by an international body that also has interest in New York, Johannesburg, Australia, and all these countries, you can find AngloGold. The outfit that took over the Ashanti gold fields and AngloGold is a huge gold mine company. And as it stands right now, as of 2 years back, it was the 4th largest producer of gold in the whole world. So you can tell the magnitude of energy and power this company has. They merged 2 companies together in 2004. And that was AngloGold and Ashanti Gold Fields. 2 giant mines brought together for one company to take over. We all remember people saying this over and over, including the former CEO of AngloGold. He told us that now, as it stands, Ghana doesn't seem to have anything in terms of revenue share from AngloGold Ashanti. It means it's just been operated in our country and we have next to nothing to benefit from it because we have sold it out in one way or the other. Is it the fault of the foreign company that took over Ashanti Gold Fields and AngloGold? Or is our own foolishness and stupidity? When you go to countries like Rwanda, the government takes care and full control of every mine. There's no mine in Uganda that shares ownership with anybody. It's the government of Rwanda. But in our country, our two biggest mines, Ashanti Goldfields and AngloGold, they were merged in 2004 and given to one outfit to manage a foreign company. My brother, my sister, what point is Blakk Rasta making now? According to this MP, Mahama and his party, the NDC, did not manage AngloGold Ashanti well. And for that matter, it collapsed and shut down. And when it shut down, according to them, in 2016, it took the NPP to come back and fix it. And now that it's running, it looks like Mahama is about to close it down. Please, can we do what we did in Tanzania under Magufuli? Can we get back our minds and send all these people packing home? What are the contracts like? Let's do what Nkrumah did with Ghana Airways. Nkrumah came into a partnership with the British to bring planes to Ghana and run the business in Ghana. And when the planes arrived, after a few years, 4, 5, 6 years, Nkrumah came back and said, you know what? We want to buy the whole franchise. We want to take over our own airlines. And he said, well, you have to pay this amount of money. And Nkrumah paid them off and it became Ghana Airways. We ran Ghana Airways down. Right now, we don't have a national flight. It's a shame. Are we truly independent? People are running helter-skelter, saying that this country used to be called the Gold Coast, yet we don't even own our gold. The Galamseyers are benefiting from our gold more than even the nation benefits from its established mines. Whatever happened in Obuasi was an eyesore. We had some party people decided to go there and take over the mine because their government is in power. That is sheer foolishness. Some of them were holding sophisticated weapons, as we're told. They opened fire, and the police and army, that's military, fired back. What is this MP saying? That the army or the military should have been trained in disarming people without shooting them. How do you disarm a man who is firing at you when you are coming? It was a crossfire, fire for fire. How do you arm a man who is shooting at you? You can only disarm him if he's not shooting. But if he's shooting you, he's going to kill you. You got to defend yourself. I am not saying that the killing of the people in Obuasi is justified. But I am certainly against any citizen that will say that, oh, my government is in power, therefore I will take the law into my own hands, go there with weapons and start shooting at the military. For how long do we have to sit down and wait until our military people are shot and killed before we start becoming wise? When the military start to take action, go around slapping people left, right, and center, then we start blaming the military and saying that they have gone crazy. Yet at the time that they were being shot at, we felt that they were statues, so they should stand there and be shot. Somebody says we should have made the military disarm these crooks who went there with guns to shoot at people. Let's be wise. Investigations are going on. I want to believe that we'll get deeper into it. Is it true that the people who went there were NDC people who went to take over the place because their party is in power? Or what is the true story? The president, Mahama, has instituted a certain investigation into this. Please do not let it tarry. Let's be quick. Now, Mahama also said that AngloGold Ashanti should take responsibility for the burials of all who lost their lives. And at the same time, they should also pay them some compensation. Did I hear right? Are we already judging that AngloGold Ashanti is wrong before the investigations are done? I want to know. In Ghana, we keep dead bodies sometimes for even 20 years and they are still in the fridge waiting for some son who is in Canada and yet to come back. True? Why are we in a rush to bury the dead? Are they Muslims? Let investigations go on. Quick barriers most of the time hamper investigations. Let us go to the bottom of this and see what truly happened so that we will not repeat this. For the NPP MP who say they will fight Mahama over trying to take over AngloGold Ashanti. These are the colonists. They are the slavish-minded people. They don't want us to own anything in our country. Foreigners should come and take over everything. Of course, we like foreigners to come in and invest. But when the investment is not helping us, we must find a way to go and revoke whatever contract it is using the right clauses. That's what I believe in. How can you be called the Gold Coast, yet you do not benefit from your gold? What happened to the money? Or did politicians just take the money and they blew the money away and now they are crying foul that they are not benefiting from it? We need to understand all these things properly. In the interim is the Blakk Pot, aka Sodomy, and here we speak truth to power. Hey! Hey! Whoa!
Blakk Pot.
It's the Blakk Pot, aka Sodomy, and here we speak truth to power. Next story. And this is a sad story. We are going to Kumasi. Gay coach sodomizes boy. When we say sodomize, sex through the anal cavity, the anus. That is what is called sodomy. What happened? Who did what? Run the story, my youth, and watch this. From Ghana Web says, mother cries for help as 16-year-old boy battles for his life after being sodomized by his coach. 16-year-old boy. Woo! Run it, my youth. Ransford, a 16-year-old footballer, is currently battling for his life at the Comfort Anochi Teaching Hospital in Kumasi after allegedly being sodomized by a coach of his club, Siano Soccer Academy. A narration of events by the 16-year-old footballer from Asamanye in the Ashanti region paints the disturbing and horrific situation of a young boy who has been abused sexually for the past 3 years. Speaking on Oyerepa FM, the mother of the boy who joined the Amasamine-based soccer academy 3 years ago stated that she initially did not want to release a son to the club, having turned down the reputable Wafa Academy earlier. She, however, reluctantly agreed to let the son join the team due to fear of sabotaging her son's football career, as a number of scouts had been impressed with his talent. She now regrets her decision as the son has become a victim of sodomy by the coach, who has been identified as Ibrahim Anyas. Woo! La ilaha illallah. I was initially hesitant and didn't want my son to leave home because of how he is. He's someone who does not like eating and needs special attention, so I always wanted to be close to him. Eventually, I had to release him because I didn't want to be accused of blocking my son's path to success. He was taken to a team at Amasamai in Accra. For 3 years, I visited him periodically with food items until recently when I fell ill. While I was unwell, I tried consistently to reach the coach, but he never answered any of my calls. After successive failures, I used someone's phone to call the coach, and he picked this time around. I spoke to my son and told him that I had been unwell for some time. I also quizzed him on why he had never called me, and he said their phones were seized. 2 weeks later, I received information that my son was sick, so I called the coach, who downplayed the seriousness of the situation. As a mother, I was not okay with the situation, so I decided to visit the place and see things for myself. The coach had promised that my son was receiving health care, but I discovered that it wasn't true. He only took him to the hospital on the eve of my visit. Immediately I saw my son, I knew that he would be dead if I didn't take any action within 3 days. So I forcefully brought back my son. And for the last 3 months, we have been moving from hospital to hospital. I thought he had been cursed, so I pressed him to tell me the truth about his situation. One day he told me that he was sodomized by his coach. He immediately went into a coma, and after the confession, he went into a coma. And for the past 3 months, he has been battling for his life. I haven't slept since. She narrated on Oyerepa FM. A day after the disturbing revelations, officials of the club visited Oyerepa FM to engage with the mother and host of the show. The club also issued a statement suspending the coach pending further investigations. Meanwhile, the 16-year-old is on admission at the Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital, appealing for support to cover his medical bills. Woo! Dash it away. Well, it's a sad story. And everything is pointing to the direction that the coach truly did it. That probably is why the club has suspended him. You could also be suspended pending investigations. What is the truth? And by his name, Ibrahim Anyas, it points to one religion that is so much against sodomy. My brother, my sister, it's sad. In our country, people looking for opportunities are so humiliated. Women would have to agree to do things that they, under normal circumstances, will not do. You see a young girl of about 17, and she's running after a man who is older than her own grandfather, 95. And you wonder what they are doing together. Are they just telling Anansi stories to each other? Is this grandfather telling Anansi stories to this 17-year-old? Or they actually are engaged in a sexual affair? It is sad and it hurts me so terribly. My brother, I want this issue to be investigated deeply. Sodomy is a crime in this country. At the same time, under what circumstances did the boy, 16-year-old, allow himself to be sodomized? What did the coach tell him? Oh, maybe I'll give you opportunities. You play in Italy, you play in America, you play in Canada, you even play in Brazil. All you need to do is to allow me to penetrate your asshole. And people are ready to do anything for just opportunities. I am sad. If this boy does not survive, one thing is clear. He wouldn't live to see the opportunities that he was promised. He would die a painful, disgraceful death, and that disgrace would continue hovering around the heads of the family. He would have been dead and gone. And if he survives it, would he be strong enough to continue his football career? Or that is the end? To all young men and women who want opportunities, I know it's difficult in these times to get the opportunities. But please, do not sacrifice to the point that you might not live another day to benefit from that opportunity. I'm speaking tongue in cheek. A young girl might go out there and do anything. She gets the opportunity, but she's been diagnosed with a certain terrible illness. She will look at the opportunity. It's like looking at Canaan and you can't get there. Then you would have regretted that you wish that you even stayed at Amasamai there like that and not dealt with that guy. To God be the glory. We pray that the little boy, 16-year-old boy, will be healed. We also pray that he will be able to return to his football career. And we pray also that justice will be done. We're going to follow this issue very soon. We have photos of the young man and the coach and all that, but we don't want to flash them out on the screens right now for obvious reasons. But I promise you, we will get deeper into this and deal with that. When we return, we got more. We would also be reading your messages, so send them in. Hey! Hey! Whoa!
Blakk pot. Kokusho.
It's the Blakk pot, aka Kokusho. And here we speak truth to power. Can we look at your comments? Keep your comments coming in. We are live on YouTube and also live on Facebook. JDSGH says, greetings, Blakk. We are live. Woyoy. Wanegwai says, welcome back, my king. Mohammed Atta Asafo says, woyoy, fire. And Yagbede Saram says, greetings, tuned in. JDSGH says, Blakk, beautiful outfit, more fire. Thank you. Now, about Pyramid says, welcome, Grandpa. We are in the service of God and country. This is where we speak truth to power, made for the minds. Reality buys hard. Woyoy. Royal Anchor TV, long time no see, says, when the aged hear of dry bones, they become worried. That is true. Raham's Empire TV says, hello, Blakk Rasta. Give them more fire. I believe you and your team are doing great. God bless you. Anchor TV, Royal Anchor TV says, Woyoy. All right. Yahya Selfie says, Blakk Rasta, keep on keeping with nothing but the truth. May Allah bless you abundantly. Now, Bon Pyramid says, I am now much closer to God when I run away from religion. Spirituality leads me to the way. Of course, yes. Ekene Okoli says, Blakk Rasta, good to hear from you again. Aaron Triumphant says, Blakk, truth be told, if we should have 10 journalists of your kind in this country, Ghana, my country, Ghana, will be better. God bless you, Blakk, and shout out to Baron FC. Woyoy. Love and respect, my brother. To my darling says, it's sad, oh, Blakk Rasta, I wish JM and Ghana will come out with the best solution to this. Royal Anchor TV says, how do you disarm a person with sophisticated weapons? Use a toothpick? Maybe a toothbrush. That's terrible. Some of these politicians, they just say anything to make it look Meanwhile, if they were in the shoes of these soldiers, they would even be throwing grenades and bombs. Danny Man says, Blakk, my hero, please, I rather you get more info before delving into this matter. For the fact that you are not aware the victims are Muslims is an indication you have not done much research into the matter. Well, that is true. The stories are coming in bits and pieces, and it's better to go into, so we are asking questions. You understand? We are asking, are the people Muslims? Do they have to be buried quickly? And if yes, Can we for once hold them back and finish with the investigations, because these things hamper investigations? Those are the questions, rhetorical questions we are throwing out there. I have not commented seriously on this issue because I'm still gathering the facts. Any which way, we hope that the investigations will do justice to the thing. TCJJ says, hot, hot, hot. Oi, oi. Yakubu Osman says, good evening, Blakk Rasta. I think this country will train our people how to eat fish, not how to catch fish. Because anyone has the opportunity to save the country and they end up enriching themselves. Okay? People who have the opportunity to save the country, they end up robbing the country to enrich themselves. Timothy Zuri, all the way from Wa, says, more fire, Blakk Rasta. I'm watching you live from Wa. Your respect is bigger life. Sagacity Vim says, great. All right? It is what it is. Edward Timmy says, hello, Blakk Rasta. Respect. Thank you for the great work you're doing for Ghana. You're speaking truth to power. Your legacy will live forever. God will continue to protect you and your family from evil. Dwabelian Zotbill says, boom blast. Fire. Mark Romeo Forey says, Professor Blakk, sir. Francis Texan says, fire. Raphael Kofi says, more fire, Blakk. Oi, oi, watching you live from London. Kambadi Samsidin says, this country sometimes can frustrate people seriously. Blakk Rasta, sometimes, some things are happening terribly in some police. In the country, especially Pokwase. I have a very sad experience over there. Still, the matter is not resolved. I'm personally disappointed in the service of that police station. I wish the IGP would do something about that station. Well, Pokwase police station, IGP, your attention is being called to that. Check out exactly what is happening. Kambadi Sam City also get in contact with us. Our numbers are here and tell us the details so we can also follow up. Right? It is what it is. It's the Blackport, aka Kokoshona. We still have the last batch of messages to read, but let's take the final story. Where is GYAKYI? How many of us know GYAKYI? That's the man. GYAKYI. You know him, right? He's the MP for Asin North. The man who was a Canadian citizen, renounced it not early enough for him to be able to run for the elections. He won the elections and the right thing had to be done. They annulled the elections. He was quick enough to go and register again because at the time, his Canadian citizenship had been well revoked and the people still love him and they voted for him. This is GYAKYI. This man here was born in 1952. So how old is he? 72 and a half. He's not a little boy. He's just handsome. 72 years. He's 22 and a half years older than me. Look at him. This man was born in 1952. Right here in Ghana. At the age of 15, he traveled all the way to Canada. And there, he attended school. But before he left Ghana, he went to Mfansepim. From Mfansepim, he went to Canada. He went all the way to attend university in Canada. And the university he attended, beautiful university. That university was founded in 1969. Yes. 1959. 1959. In fact, 7 years after he was born. York University. It's based in Toronto. He went to that university and he came out with 2 degrees. He majored in political science. This is the man. Before he came to Ghana, he was working in the social services in Canada as a Canadian citizen. Then he came to Ghana trying to do politics. According to Alote Jacobs, he told him that you cannot run for the elections if you are a Canadian citizen. Even the primaries, you can't. But he forced himself. According to Alote Jacobs, he removed him from the beginning. but he was able to bamboozle his way through the next election, and he got elected when he was not qualified. Fraudulently. Dual citizenship. You know, I don't support dual citizenship. The Constitution of Ghana says, at the time of running for public office in Ghana, you must have only one allegiance, and that is to Ghana. If you have any other allegiance, no, you can't run. But this man said he had renounced his citizenship, but the documents had not come out to fully say, okay, now you are gone. And he went ahead to run. He had attempted to run at a time when he had not even renounced his citizenship, according to Alote Jacobs, a member of his party at the time. This is GYAKYI QUAYSON. Why are we talking about him today? He's been quiet and lost for some time. Do you remember President Mahama promised this man a ministerial position in his government? Do you remember? When they did the runoff, the by-election, he went to this man's constituency and told the people that he's a great man, and if he wins the election, he will make him a minister, and that aside, he will make sure that the rule or the law banning people with dual citizenship from running for elections and holding public offices in Ghana will be repealed. And I came out to say, Mr. President, it's not a good idea. Where we stand in Ghana right now, we need all focus on our nation. We don't need dual citizenship holders. A Canadian for Canada. A German for Germany. Na ye pegana funkuti. Onyanta kwa. It's simple. You have a choice, and your choice is that you want to look into the eye of a Negro with two eyes. We say, no, you have to close one eye and look with only one eye. Or your problem, Uncle GYAKYI, or your problem, on your problem. And to Mintano. And papa. Did President Mahama listen to what I said? The wisdom in it, and consulted other people and decided that be. This dual citizenship thing, I think Blakk RASTA makes sense. Let us hold the people away, at least for now. Somebody said, but in America it's allowed. America is not Ghana. They don't have a problem with patriotism. We do. Let that American ship come here. All your chiefs and kings will jump into it and leave you. Go to America and put a ship there. Say you are bringing people to Ghana for free. See how many Americans will jump in there, even if you pay them money. My brother, will GYAKYI QUAYSON get that ministerial appointment as Mahama promised? Or is there something underground? Or, come here, maybe the president listened to Blakk RASTA and he said, Uncle Blakk, akanya asasem kakra enti mafanya asasem enti mam pause enti Uncle GYAKYI QUAYSON anyama I would a great guy, but pause for the time being. There's still time. Yako kakra, we can take somebody off and put you in. Whatever it is, we wish you the very best. For you to even have the boldness to still renounce your Canadian citizenship. And you were in Canada when you were only 15 years. Now you are 72. Canada. Why didn't you think about Ghana all along? Canada on Asin no for unkuti also pel. Until once they love you, we also love you. But the point is, what kept you abroad for so long? Are you renouncing your citizenship, or did you renounce it because of political office? So if there was no political office, Uncle Ebe renounced them citizenship. Nah. And let me fantia papa, because papa no fantini. Anyway, Dash him away. It's the black pot. And we're watching. Would he get a ministerial position as the president promised? Or minds have changed? Whatever it is in the interests of the country, Ghana. My name is Blakk Rasta. And I'll say thank you so much. I appreciate you and I love you. Let's see your final messages and we are done. Alas and KG says, Blakk Rasta, greetings from the people of Aflao. Respect. I want to use your platform to wish myself, my twin brother and sister, bless of Madam Pat Printing Press in Aflao. Happy birthday. All right. Kambadi Samsidi says, I have concrete evidence and ready to provide information about some of the terrible things that are happening in Pokwase police station. Please do. Please do. Contact us. Leave a number. We'll call you and have a conversation with you. Switch. More comments coming in. And Kamal Dini Moro says, Blakk, warrior. Haruna Isa says, watching you live from China, my mentor. My greetings goes to you and your family, sir. Isn't this former MP ridiculing himself over these things he's criticizing? I think it's too early for him to make these criticisms. We have seen instances where military personnel were brutalized and killed. What happened to the murders of the late Captain Mahama? And even the police people, Kweku Ninja and Tola. Do you remember that story? Ablekuma. Here, they killed them because of land issues and buried them. Kweku Ninja used to teach us karate on GTV. Do you remember? Some of you are so young, you might not remember. They killed him at Ablekuma. Police sent them there to go there and investigate some issues. They were killed and buried there. What happened to the murders of the late Captain Mahama? And what was his contribution? Accession or take on that? In fact, we are now on mental slavery. In mental slavery, all right? Blakk, if you could remember some weeks ago, I drew your attention to some people taking the laws into their own hands, all in the name of Operation Recover All Loot. Yet, our media and politicians are quiet over that. Are you sure? Well, we are all talking against taking the law into our own hands. It is what it is. I really saw this coming. And these party boys are not cautioned. If they are not cautioned, they are going to turn Ghana into a lawless state. Sir, I would have been grateful if I could get your WhatsApp number. Our number here is on WhatsApp. Please try and get in contact with us. I want to take some initiations and need your advice on that. I trust your wisdom and knowledge can contribute a significant outcome to this. May the blessings of the Almighty be upon your own family, your whole family. Thank you. Kamal Dini Moro says, speaking truth to power. Yes, that is what it is. And Kambadi Samsidi says, I want to use this opportunity to thank the Ghana West Division Commander, who is a woman, the real definition of a police. God bless her more and wish her rise in a higher position in the future. I wish you had told us exactly what she did. Mauli M. Amagulo says, preacher on Blakk, fire. Obo Ampa Stephen says, watching from Mumford. Now Mumford, Mumford, Central Region. All right. Edward Timmy says the NPP should find a way to fix up their dead party rather than attacking President Mahama's government less than a month in power. Is it all about party or progress of Ghana? Good evening, Blakk Rasta. Watching you live. I was in Savulgu some 3 days ago. Aminu Gaucho says, the Blakk Rasta. It's been a long time since I enjoyed the feed due to my work. But thank Allah, I'm back. Honestly speaking, the JM that we know has started clearly shows the man will be arguably the best president GH has had in recent times, right? Watching you live in Old Tafo. Zizu Brown says, hello, Blakk. Get the fire, get the fire burning. Watching you live from Boko. Alajibu Yuri Shal Savulugu says, Blakk Rasta. Now, when the Titi Nasara Ntiti so bizarre. Well, he says, may God give us good luck and may God progress us. It's the Black Pot, aka Koko Show. And here we always speak truth to power. is the headquarters of the truth. I'll see you again tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. until such time when we are done. Hey! Why?